that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a
Hey, Froggy.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Friday, December 21st, 2018, folks. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining in, giving us some time. We know it's valuable to you, and you don't have a lot of it, so we try to be like, well, maybe like Bob Ross. I'm like Bob Ross. I'm trying to paint a picture of truth for you guys, but don't believe me. Never do. All right, do your own research, do your own connecting of the dots, take all that information in, and come to your own best conclusion. Take what we say here, get mad, and research what we are telling you. And you're going to come to your own best investigative research conclusions that you can. Just logic and thinking, all right? Think for yourself. Never let anybody drive you. All right? 2637Q. We got a new drop later last night at 9:02. Rogers' departure, intel. Sessions' departure, law. Kelly departure, General Kelly, right? Warfare, military. Mattis departure, warfare, military. Notice a pattern? So this is clearly telling us that these people are going on to do other things. They've been vital for the last 2 years in the Trump administration. They are just separating themselves. And we got to look at, was it Kelly's or Mattis, General Mattis's departure letter to President Trump. And it was like, was he talking to Trump or the American people? That was one maybe slanderous article over it, but we'll take a look at that after we go over these. 2638 in the series, history will not repeat itself this time in Syria, referring to what happened in Iraq. Chemical attack in Syria, public pullout of troops in Syria. History will not repeat itself this time. Talking about in Iraq, we pulled out, Obama pulled out, and it created what they call a vacuum, or an area for ISIS to thrive and be built up. Well, we know that was the case, but it was probably done on purpose. These are the kind of treasonous, traitorous acts that will not happen again. All right, so key judges, jurors, witnesses for the upcoming military tribunals. Are these players in the game? Well, we think they've been so far. Are they going to continue on? That's an interesting way to look at all this. All right, let me pull up General Mattis letter. Okay, news about General Mattis. Mattis resignation triggers bipartisan concerns on Capitol Hill, folks. Mattis did an honorable thing, a morning of alarm. Come here. See if they actually give Mattis, he wrote. See if they give a link to the article. Should have had it pulled up. I read it earlier this morning. All right, here we go. There we go. Get it as big as I can for you. So this came December 20th, 2018. Secretary of Defense, 1000 Defense Pentagon, Washington, D.C., 20301-1000. Dear Mr. President, I have been privileged to serve as our country's 26th Secretary of Defense, which has allowed me to serve alongside our men and women of the Department in defense of our citizens and our ideals. I am proud of the progress that has been made over the past 2 years on some of the key goals articulated in our national defense strategy, putting the department on a more sound budgetary footing, improving readiness and lethality in our forces, and reforming the department's business practices for greater performance. Our troops continue to provide the capabilities needed to prevail in conflict and sustain strong U.S. global influence. One core belief I have always held is that our strength as a nation is inextricable linked to the strength of our unique and comprehensive system of alliances and partnerships. While the U.S. remains indispensable nation in the free world, we cannot protect our interests or serve that role effectively without maintaining strong alliances and showing respect to those allies. Like you, I have said from the beginning that the armed forces of the United States should not be policemen of the world. Instead, we must use all of the tools of American powers to provide for the common defense, including providing effective leadership to our alliances. NATO's 29 democracies demonstrated that the strength in their commitment to fighting alongside us following the 9/11 attack on America. The defeat ISIS coalition of 74 nations is further proof. Similarly, I believe we must resolute and ambiguous in our approach to those countries whose strategic interests are increasingly in tension with ours. It is clear that China and Russia, for example, want to shape a world consistent with their authoritarian model, gaining veto authority over nations' economic, diplomatic, and security decisions to promote their own interest at the expense of their neighbors, American and our allies. That is why we must use all the tools of American power to provide for the common defense. My views on treating allies with respect and also being clear-eyed about both malignant actors and strategic competitors are strongly held and informed over 4 decades of their mission in our issues. We must do everything possible to advance an international order that is most conducive to our security, prosperity, and values. And we are strengthened in this effort by solidarity of our alliances. Because you have the right to have a Secretary of Defense whose views are better aligned with yours on these and other subjects, I believe it is right for me to step down from my position. The end date for my tenure is February 28th, 2019, a date that should allow sufficient time for a successor to be nominated and confirmed, as well as make sure the department's interests are properly articulated and protected at upcoming events, to include congressional posture hearings and the NATO Defense Ministerial meeting in February. Further, that full transition to a new Secretary of Defense occurs while in advance of transition of the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff in September in order to ensure stability within the department. I pledge my full effort to a smooth transition that ensures the needs of interest of the 2.15 million service members and the 372,079 DoD civilians receive undistracted attention of the department at all times so they can fulfill their critical round-the-clock missions to protect the American people. I very much appreciate this opportunity to serve the nation and our men and women in uniform. John Mattis. Or is it John or General? I don't know what he put there. I mean, know if his first name's John. I didn't mean to. Mad Dog. All right, folks. I butchered a few words in there, but what do you expect? It's early, and sometimes it's just what I do. All right, so again, we got the last 2 Q updates here, folks. And again, the Q map pub likes to give titles, which, hey, it's fine. Key judges, jurors, witnesses for upcoming military tribunals. History will not repeat itself this time in Syria. 2 very clear things. Are these guys going to be helping? We got the names. We've kind of known the roles if we're paying attention and understanding the plan. Again, military operations of this magnitude would be hard to figure out and know every move. What's disinformation, what's necessary, and what can be told without harming any operators. Okay, I just want to get those read. I am instantly after this, I got a couple other videos to make, folks. A couple other videos to make. Wanted to do the coin one yesterday. Gonna get to that here like now. So shut this one down. We'll see you guys back here real soon. Please, again, subscribe, like, share, comment. Take a look in the description box. Some of the greatest Patriots around the world, folks, right here. Part of the Patriot Hour. Down below, commenting, pointing you in the right direction. You can be one of those. We encourage you to engage, leave a comment, take a look at the comments, take a look in the description box. All the links are down below. Everything we just went over, plus links to, if you, those of you, I'm just getting the word out there. We got the, if you're looking to send something to the Patriot Hour, we do have a, anything cool that you have in mind. People have made things in the past, asking, and I just didn't have an address at the time to give. But anything patriotic we would possibly try to get here in the background of the show, just to show you guys, all right, the patriotic wall or something we'll call it, and be some of the awesome little things that you guys have, just going based off of some of the emails and stuff I've gotten over the last 10, 11 months. Again, I'm Michael. God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you. We'll see you back here real soon. Next Patriot Hour.